Hey guys, welcome back to the Financial Minute. My name's Josh. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you're new here, we talk about finance, daily events, how you can become financially free. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft. I own some Microsoft shares actually, and I was doing a little research on Microsoft and I came across this little tidbit. Bill Gates owns 250,000 square acres of farmland. And I asked myself, why would Bill Gates need to own that much farmland? Now, I understand buying up some land as an investment, but 250,000 acres of specifically farmland, that begged the question, why? After digging into this a little bit, well, the answer got a little bit interesting. We'll get right into it and dive into it a little deeper right after this. Well guys, with almost 270,000 acres of farmland, Bill Gates owns his fair share of farmland in states like Washington, California, Florida, Arizona, where he owns over 25,000 acres. He owns 9,233 acres in Idaho, 975 acres in Wyoming, a whopping 20,588 acres in Nebraska, 47,927 acres approximately in Arkansas, 69,000 acres Louisiana, Mississippi almost 17,000 acres, Florida over 14,000 acres, North Carolina 874 acres, Ohio 8,915 acres. But you get the idea. He owned a total of almost 270,000 acres of land in the U.S. alone. What is he going to do with all this farmland, you ask? Let's see. According to Bloomberg TV, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation co-chair and Microsoft founder Bill Gates talks about how cows are responsible for so much of the world's carbon emission and why he invested in Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat. So he's partnering up with these vegan meat companies. What does that got to do with him buying up land? Let's see if we can dig a little deeper. Well, according to Successful Farming, Bill Gates just bought up 17,000 acres of land in the state of Washington for $12,000 an acre or $171 million. This got the attention of many local farmers as this was very top dollar for that land, which is normally used to grow things like corn and potatoes, not big dollar crops. So guys, I'm reading this and this is interesting because it's not easy to figure out who buys these big chunks of land all the time because there's a very long paper trail. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation launched a new nonprofit group a year ago focused on providing small-scale farmers in developing countries with the tools and innovations they'll need to deal with the effects of climate change. End quote. Listen to this, guys. On a side note, guess who else is listed on the top owners of land in the U.S.? John Malone owns 2.2 million acres, and Jeff Bezos, there's a familiar name, he owns 420,000 acres in the state of Texas, mostly. So it makes you wonder what Bill Gates is going to do with all this farmland. From everything I've read, it seems that he's going to create sustainable farming, in his words. He's going to decide what the land's used for one, and then he's going to use his powerful position to start controlling what happens in the farming industry and what you and I eat. If you look into the control and power Bill Gates has in the world, in the UN, United Nations Food Summit, interestingly, the Gates Foundation is the world's largest donator of funds, having access to over 47 billion or almost $47 billion. That was as of December 2018. Here, let me read a little article here. According to the Global Justice Now, gated development, is the Gates Foundation always a force for good? According to the report, the foundation's strategy is based on deepening the role of multinational companies in the global south. The Gates Foundation has rapidly become the most influential actor in the world of global health and agricultural policies, but there's no oversight or accountability in how that influence is managed. The foundation is relentlessly promoting big business-based initiatives such as industrial, agricultural, private health care, and education, but these are all potentially exacerbating the problems of poverty and lack of access to basic resources that the foundation is supposed to be alleviating. End quote. Guys, the Gates Foundation is something that needs more studying. I could literally spend days talking about the Gates Foundation. Here's another little tidbit. Bill Gates owns about 500,000 shares of Monsanto, which creates a lot of the chemical fertilizers, etc. Boy, I tell you, the more I dig into this, the more I see just all kinds of interesting stuff. Guys, do your own research. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please hit that subscribe button. I'm hoping to do a giveaway here in the coming near future too, so if I were to give you $50, what would you buy with $50? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, only you can make your financial dreams come true. So don't delay, get started today. Bye.